Check. Good morning, friends. My name is Saimoria. Our team number is 5. Now our topic is open book system. Simply the name is there. Generally, we will write exam means it is without seeing answers. We will prepare and learn. But in this system, it is name is only open book system. It means they will give a book and we have to write the exam. So my friends will continue.
Yes, open book system. I think the open book system is not so easy because if we give a book, if we don't have any ideology, how can we search the answers? Open book system is not so easy, but it is a challenging test. And also, and also, the open book system, we can't learn anything, but it's a waste of time for searching a matter without any knowledge on the and also the ideology on the topic. And also the open book system will not give any knowledge and it's waste of time according to my case.
Yes, open book system has newly introduced by Delhi University in 2020 due to the pandemic situation. The book system has been improved, but nowadays we can see that future the education system has been changing by day because we provide open book system, then people cannot get their own knowledge skills. If anybody want any skills, we have to learn through education without an open book system. Open book system is a good, but if we introduce it that, we will may fail all the good skills, and we cannot improve our knowledge and education also. What about next?
Actually, the open book system is very useful to children. Like in the way they can apply the methods, and whenever you will get a tough questions like not in the same textbooks or same when we changes the pattern or changing the methods, so that whenever a student reads a textbook, then she can apply he or she can apply the method in any way in any question. So whenever the teachers or professors changes the patterns or questions in the exams, so then who are studies well, they can use that textbooks and you answers the well in the open book system. Actually, the open book system is already implemented in Andhra Pradesh state too, actually in 2002. But when our students are not very highly noble that that is not implemented correctly in our state. But in whereas in Karnataka and United States, they are already implemented that. And actually, I think in my thought, it was very useful to the children. They may can apply that whole knowledge on that. That's
Open book system is not at all good in COVID-19 pandemic situations. Some states conducted a open book system, and in my words, open book system is not at all good. Uh, with the open book system, we cannot gain knowledge, and we learn what exactly the textbooks and materials. We cannot get open book system. In the open book system, some colleges conducted an online exam. Thank you.
Open book system is good, but all students are very poor in learning. They don't learn the education, but they didn't read books and they didn't learn anything new. They only open the books and write exam. Thank you.
Open book system have conducted exam CBSE in 2014 to 18 with your strength and abilities for students knowledge.
Actually, open book system is mainly highlighted in Corona pandemic year, but it is not easy to task to write the exam with the help of open book system. Actually, open book system can eliminate the rote learning. That means which is mainly integrated in India education system. So maybe it develops in our country also.
The open book system is very difficult to write the exam because there are 3 hours of time and giving the book and search for the answers is very difficult to write the exam. But it is useful to the students, to everyone suffering with the pandemic situations like COVID-19 and lockdown situations. Is better than the online tests. The open book system is the better to the students. And
Coming to Hamanth words, Hamanth, actually I strongly disagree with the words. Hamanth, the open book system is not easy to write, and it's not just opening the book and writing the exam. We are giving that open book means we are increasing the level of toughness in the paper or the question pattern, so that whenever you will whenever you read the whole textbook or the whole book, then only you know that where the topic is and how can we apply on that exam. And not all questions comes in the same way as you like in your textbook. So the whenever pattern change, you have to apply your own methods and your own ideology about to solve this problem. So I think open book system is not easy and not very blind to the student.
Yes, Leela, you have said that open book system is not an easy to write any information on what the question paper has given. We have to search that in briefly, and we have to explain that process in the examination. But in open book system, the people can explain something only. But in question paper, the question will be different. So we have to answer by own. We have to read that book and we answer the right answer. So I think that open book system is not an easy thing to write in this process. But mainly, I prefer not an open book system because we are learning more things without this process.
And also open book system will gives the laziness to the students, and also they won't learn anything because they will get a question paper with a answer booklet with a manual book to see and write. But open book system will not allow the students to learn something or gain knowledge, but it's a difficult task to search the answers because they won't have any ideology on the book or questions.
Okay, I'm agreeing with my friend's opinion, but we have to keep the open book system only for our elders who need a certificate. Why? Because already we have seen 2020 and 2021, our governments without examination they passed 10th class and somewhat intermediate, and if they failed means already they passed. So why? So there is no use of open book system. I mean, government is taking a better action now because 10th class exams is not there. So we have to prefer open book system for only for our elders. If we prefer for our next generation and our next future also, completely it is a tough condition. We can't bear like this corona situations. This is my opinion, friends.
For if a mechanical student had a open book system, he can't learn anything because, for example, if he is working in a turbine industry or something, he can't calculate the how many turbine blades to require size. If the open book system is there, he don't know the ideology, but he know the formula. Why? What is the use of formula if we don't have any ideology? So open book system is not used good for graduate students.
Actually, the that is not learning is not based on the site or way you learn. Actually, there are many ways to learn a subject purely. There are so many virtual labs we have seen and we have joined with so many virtual labs that we can do many experiments and labs there only in our home, sitting in front of the computer, our laptop. So not only that practical knowledge by coming to the lab and applying that, open book system is also somewhat maybe so many people are using in a bad way, like searching in Google to answer the many answers. But actually, whenever we read the whole textbooks, so then only we can answer that level of pattern of exams. So not only mechanical students, all the students are used in a good way and some are in bad way. That's it.
But now we can decide that open book system is not an easy task to perform good, but it is a simple method to pass an exam, but not for a good marks to gain the people who are in better knowledge and they can gain their more marks. But this process is only useful for who the people are not better and good learner. It's an average peoples who get improve their examinations and they can pass through this open book system. But what I think that who are there good people who has to be a good knowledge, they have to be in avoid this open book system because they have gained good marks and good knowledge, but average people get some of the average knowledge only, so that it is not useful to our society to if they build something or somehow they has invented some things, if it is fail, if we introduced into our society, we can see many problems has been faced in our society. In Mumbai, we can saw that the bridge has constructed by a civil engineer. I think it it was failed because of open book systems, I think. So what about good peoples, they can get made more knowledge.
Actually, the main theme of open book system is it can reform the method of teaching and improve the quality of education, and that it can also avoid the cheating, etc. So maybe it's as soon as possible it develops.
I disagree with the Venkatesh's words because if you, how can the person can read a textbook within a 3 hours? Any person can't read a textbook in a 3 hours and such a question. And also, the answers can't and also the answers can't be remembered further. He can write, even though he can got the answers, he can't further remember the answers. If he can't further remember the answers, the knowledge will be zero. So open book system is not a good system, I think so.
I think your academic year not in just your 3 hours. It's about 6 months or 5 months approximately. Open book system is not reading in the textbook in 3 hours. You have to read that the whole in the five. Actually, our engineering is based on that. Reading a textbook gives you a pure knowledge about our mechanical engineer or in any branch or any college. The textbook reading is very important. All of our teachers and will guide us in that way. So whenever we read that 5 months, whole 5 months are our subject in a whole. I mean, in textbook. Then you can answer that any questions using your textbook in that exam.
Okay, but open book system doesn't have any rules. They may not give the same textbook, or they may not give the same questions, or they may not give the same subject. And also, if you learn 5 years or sorry 5 months or 6 months whole year, what is the use of the open book system? If you learn or read the book, you will get some knowledge. With that knowledge, you can write the exam. What is the use of opening and writing?
Is there any use of telling you two questions in between the before the exams and writing to the exam? No, actually, I want to tell you whenever you read the whole textbook, it gives you the whole knowledge or some of the knowledge. Whenever we give, it means give 50% of knowledge. So whenever you can apply that knowledge, not by blind reading in the exams before the exams, 1 2 days. Actually, we do that in exams. whenever we use open book system, we have to use that whole 5 months in reading the textbook, and we have to apply that knowledge on, because same questions are same theory of questions are not comes in that exam. So we can apply our knowledge, we can apply our ideology, some of like aptitudes that we have to apply in that open book system, I think so.
I think aptitude. I think aptitude can't be seen in open book system. Aptitude means some ideologies, some basics, some formulas can be observed in the book.
No,
We can't.
aptitude is actually about your ideology and processing a solution in a simplest way.
And also, if you learn the open book system, if you are studying the subject throughout the whole year, what is the use of the open book system?
Okay, friends. Uh, uh, Finally, my friends gave all this open book system uses and disadvantages. Finally, simply one small example. If we will copy anything up to pin, we will copy everything. So then, what is the use of the system? As a human being, you have to hear. You should not copy. You have to make your own identity and own learning. It is the main. Thank you about this open book system.
Thank you, Moria.